Good afternoon, this is Dan Howe, PTI Securities and Futures, coming to you for the daily wrap-up on Friday, August 26th. Today we had an interesting news day. The GDP came in at 1.0. That's down from 1.3, the original estimate that came out last month. However, it was pretty much in line, didn't have much impact on the market. The main moving average, market moving issue today was Ben Bernanke's speech on Jackson Hole. The wisdom going in here is he needed to say something or do something to keep the markets on its positive track for this week. He really didn't. All he really said was, by the way, we're going to have a two-day meeting instead of a one-day meeting in September. All issues will be on the table. So the market took that initially as a negative, and now, after careful reflection, they're certainly considering the fact that at least quantitative easing will be on the table in September. Consequently, the market rallied, and so we had a major 50-point rally in the SPOOs after it sold off, and we closed. We sold off a little bit in the afternoon, but it's a very positive day. The SPX closed up 17 at 1776. The Dow closed up 134 at 11283. The NASDAQ closed up 60 at 2479. The bonds, however, today are taking this as a little bit of a negative. Okay, the yield actually went down. The bonds went up, and the yield went down. So the bonds are thinking that maybe this quantitative easing is also potentially on the table, and they're running to the bonds. So the yield went to 2.18. On the 10-year note, which once again is indicating a little bit more fear than the stock market would have indicated. The dollar got hit a little bit, down 0.61 at 73.48. Earnings news today, Tiffany's was a little bit better. Royal Bank of Canada was a little bit worse. A little bit of surprise, Royal Bank of Canada, because Bank of Montreal came in pretty good a couple of weeks ago. Coming up, we got personal income and personal spending on Monday, but I think the real news over the weekend is they're going to reread the fine print and see if the people who weren't on the trading desk in New York because of the impending hurricane think a little bit more negatively than the people that were on the trading desk today. Obviously, the people on the trading desk were a little bit more positive because the negative people are out buying batteries for their homes. So this has been Dan Howe, PTI Securities and Futures.